So we do, right, Parashat, Chayey Sara, Netivot Shalom, בפרשת קבורת שרה במערת המכפלה וקנייני מיד לפרעה. So in the Parsha, after Sarah died, Avram needed to bury her. So we have, actually the Torah is talking about the negotiations and exactly the amount of money that Avram was purchasing the me'ara, right, the cave. So we found, right, מוצאים שהתורה הקדושה, שאותיותיה הספורות, right, each letter and each word in the Torah are holy. And the Torah that just don't give us like stories, right? Doesn't say anything that is not necessary. But lengthily is talking about all the kinyan and the details of the negotiation, right? The contract between Avram and Bnei Chet, what Avram told the Bnei Chet and what they replied to him. So why the Torah is talking about this trade that Avram did? Okay, you know, Sarah died, unfortunate, but she's dead. She's not going to, again, appear in the Torah in another scenario, right? That's it. It's happened and happened. So why the Torah is talking about all of that? So we said, בפשטות, like on the pshat, יש לומר, we can say, שהרי זה המשך להדה התורה בפרשיות האלו, מספרת על החסד שעברנו. So it's like a continuation of everything that Avram did in the context of chesed. He did kind things, he did, right? He did chesed. And also it's including the burial of Sara to teach us about how he was doing it, what he was doing. So how many chasadim he was doing, not only with the live people, but also with the dead, right? And also he was mishtadel. For example, it's not a good thing to get things for free. He wanted to pay for it. He wanted to pay for it. You know, don't do me any favors. Efron at the beginning was like, talking, he said, yeah, of course, you can use anything you like, but when Avram tell him, no, I want to pay, he gave him a very high price. You could tell him, okay, give me one coin just for the Kenyan, you know, don't worry, and I will give it for charity. No? 400.
But you can never come back and say you didn't buy it, or, you know, you stole it from me and you tricked me into a cheap price.
Exactly.
You can't say anything.
Yeah. And also, not only that reason, another reason, pchitut kavod. It's like it's not honoring Sarah that is getting something. He needs to put an ishtadlut, and he wanted to buy with money in order to to pay her back or to reward her back for what she did to him. After all, she was his wife, and that's why the Torah was talking about it lengthily, because to teach us that Abraham did chesed with the living and the dead. Okay. ויש לומר עוד, and we can say furthermore, כאשר מדייקים בלשון הכתוב, when we like being precise, נמצא שינוי בין דברי אברהם לדברי בני חת. That we found like something that is different, something that is not exactly matching with what they were negotiating or talking about. For example, שאברהם מבקש מהם כל הזמן בלשון, תנו לי אחוזת קבר. Like he said, אחוזה is very difficult to explain. It's like, I don't know if it's exactly translation, but אחוזה in Hebrew, in English, it will be a mansion, a big mansion, right? Like, you know, like mansion. Yeah, remember Dallas, the beautiful and the bold or whatever, right? They lived in mansions. So this is what he said. I want a burial. I want a mansion for the burial. But basically, achuzah is something that you grasp on, you hold on. You want a grave that you could hold on to. That's the achuzat kever. But Bnei Chet, they replied to him in lashon kever, a grave. במבחר קברנו, like in the best of our grave, you can bury your dead. איש ממנו את קברו לא יכלה ממך. A person will not going to prevent from you to bury your wife. Why? Because they have the perception of kavura, of burial, that the grave is a place to put the dead body forever and ever, until it will dissolve, fade, become dust and ashes. So that's why they were talking about the kever. But Avraham Avinu is talking about achuzat kever, something to hold on. So he referred to the kavura as a very holy thing, which means Avraham Avinu was the head of the believers, right? She'avodato his job was to distribute the emunah, the faith in the world that we have one God, and including in that the faith of the resurrection of the dead. And that was his attention when he was talking to Bnei Chet. He wanted to distribute the faith, the emunah, about asharat nefesh ubetchiyat hamitim, which means when a person dies, nebech, it's the body died, but we have a soul. The soul is infinite. So this is what he wants to teach them. That's why he said achuzat kever, which has a special meaning, because our soul is infinite, and you need to put the body in a place that later on the body will come back to it in the resurrection of the dead. And therefore, Avraham Avinu, he asked to buy the land, right, the sadeh, with money. Because just a place to dump the body over there, you can get for free. But achuzat kever, we have to pay for it, because you need to have it there. It's yours. You have to have a kinyan. And deeper than that, we can say that according to what it says in the Holy Book, שנחלה נמצאת ברישוי גוי שואה לטומאה. So when goy is have a nachala, especially in the land of Israel, right? Because Hashem gave us the land, and if somebody that is not from our nation having a land, a real estate over there, then there will be a tuma on it, impurity. And that's not good. And in order to return back the kedusha to the land, we have to buy it. We have to redeem it. We have to redeem it. It's the same concept as, it's not common here. I mean, I don't think you could, nobody did it ever, because it's only for Eretz Israel. And I don't know if you ever have the opportunity to do maasrot in Eretz Israel, maaser on fruits. So maasrot on fruit is that you have maser ani, maser sheni. So if I'm not wrong, it's, I think, the 3rd year and the 6th years are the maser ani, and the rest of them, like the 2nd one, the 4th, 5th, are maser sheni. Maser sheni mean that when you have fruits, you give a nice part of it to a kohen as a gift, and then to the Levi, and then you take another part of the maser, and you have to go to Yerushalayim and eat it over there. But let's say that you are 2 months away from Yerushalayim, or 2 months away from the regel, Pesach, Sukkot, Shavuot, whatever, and the fruit that you will have is going to get rotten. So what do? You take the gedusha from the fruit, and you transfer it to a coin, to money. It's a concept that's very difficult to understand, how you can take something, a holy thing, which is a spiritual thing, it's not a physical thing, and you said, okay, I'm transferring the Kedusha from here to this coin. And then 2 months after, you go to Yerushalayim, the coin have the Kedusha. And you take the coin, and you're buying food, wine, meat, whatever, and the Kedusha that was in the Maaser Sheni from the fruit that passed on to the coin, now passing on to the food that you're going to eat in Yerushalayim.
You can eat the fruit yourself without the Yerushalayim, but
yes.
The original fruit.
No, the original fruit you have to eat in Yerushalayim, but you will get rotten.
I'm saying, but all right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, but you are saying you are eating it yourself when you're putting it aside for Maaser Sheni. You said?
Yeah, you have to.
Maaser Sheni is for yourself, but to eat
in Yerushalayim. You can give it to other people also, but in Yerushalayim. You can have a feast.
Right.
But in Yerushalayim.
But you can eat yourself for sure, yeah.
But in Yerushalayim. So now you take the Kedusha. So this is what he's talking here about, that the Nachala, that in the possess of the Goy, right, and Ephron have the Nachala, which was Me'arat HaMachpelah. I wonder how he could got hold on the place where Adam HaRishon was buried. But it's a different story.
How did he know? He knew that Abraham was there?
Probably they knew. That's why he asked for more. Or maybe he saw that Abraham really wants that place. So he increased the price. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure, yeah. So that's why, right, if you're getting it from a present, from a goy, nachala that was belonged to a goy, then you have to redeem the Kedusha. And if he will give it to you as a present, the Tuma will remain. You have to remove the Tuma. By a kinyan kesef male over lesocher.
Give what as a present? Sorry.
The land.
Okay.
In the possession of the goy. If he's giving you as a gift, then the Tuma remain. You have to pay money. Right? You have to pay money. Also, it's like it's some kind of a superstition, but I think it has some kind of roots for that. If you're buying someone a new purse a new wallet, then my grandmother told me that you always have to put some money inside. You never give an empty one.
Wow.
You never give an empty one.
Nobody ever gave me a wallet.
They said, Avraham Avinu, he didn't want to bury Sara, holy Sara, in an impure land. And therefore he wanted to pay money to redeem, to take out the Tuma and to have a Kedusha over there. And then he could actually bury her in Marat HaMachpelah. So there's a question if, what about the Tuma while Adam HaRishon is still buried there? But I thought that place is always Kadosh. But apparently maybe the land was not as long as if one was having it. We can say more. Why Avraham refused to accept the present and he wanted to buy with money, full money? As it says in Mishlei, somebody that hates gift, he will live. Right? It said, anything in Gdusha have to be with the full money. And matana davar sanui, and a gift, a freebie is something despised. As it said in Chazal, in Masechet Yoma, שקיים אברהם אבינו את כל התורה כולה שלנו, that Avraham was keeping the Torah, right, until Mount Sinai, because it was not giving to us. So how did he know the Torah if we didn't receive it yet, right? But he said, what does it mean he kept the Torah? As it said, ועשית הישר והטוב בעיני Hashem, that what he did was, everything that he did, Hashem was pleased with that. So maybe not necessarily keeping Tchum Shabbat or whatever in the thing, but he did whatever Hashem asked him to do. And eventually, naturally, that was the entire Torah, because he did keep Eruv and Tchumim, etc., because it's what Hashem wants. And this is said, as the Rav HaKadosh Magid Mimezerich, he explained what he says in Masechet Shabbat, right? Somebody went to Shammai and he wanted to Megayer him. And Shammai was pushing him. And then he went to Hillel, and he says, Lamdeni kol Torah kula regel achat, like teach me the entire Torah on one leg. Metaphorically, right? Of course, he's not going to stand up on one leg, jumping on one leg, right? But it's like, give me the executive summary of the Torah, the short version. So, שאמר לו, right? So he said, מה דשניא עליך, לחברך לא תביא. What you hate, don't do to your friend. Right? ופירש הרב המגיד ממזריץ', he says, לחברך, which means, you can read it like, לחברך, which is your friend, or לחברך, to hook, to connect. You just change the punctuation and you get a different type of meaning. Because chaver is somebody that is attached to you, you are attached. And it's also lechabercha, to hook together, or also your friend. So he said, what my desani alach litchaburtcha im hakadosh baruch hu zdot lavod. So what is hated or despised or will prevent you from attaching yourself to Hashem, don't do that. Don't do that. And that's the rule that he gave you for the entire Torah and for the entire mitzvot. As it said, Vasita yashar v'tov b'nei Hashem, that you did the good in the eyes of Hashem, which means you should do only what Hashem likes you to do. And don't do what is not straight and good in the eyes of Hashem, what Hashem actually despised. And that's the rule for all the mitzvot, aseh v'lo taseh, the mitzvot that are permissible and forbidden. And including in that, also the midot, which is lechabercha, it's also the midot. Even though it was not mefarash specifically in the Torah, right? The Torah doesn't say do not be stingy, do not be angry, do not be with pride, do not say that. It's not specifically in the Torah. The Torah didn't mention that like the mitzvot. But it said, but it's included. Because the good midot Hashem like, bad midot Hashem doesn't like, and that's preventing from us to attach ourselves to Hashem. But now we're asking, how a Jew will know what is good in the eyes of Hashem and what is not pleased with? So that's the rule. The soul of a person will teach him. Which means in our soul we have 5 parts. We have 2 parts that are connected to Hashem. Everything is, but these are like more spiritual connection. And that part of the soul will teach us. How it will teach us. He said, the souls know. We know deep inside what if we're doing something that Hashem like or not. Right? We know that. when you're asking yourself deep inside, should I? Exactly. This is the soul that is teaching us. תלמדנו ידע, ידעתי, should know what Hashem hate and what not. And also, שונא מתנות תחיו בכלל זה. So also to despise freebies is also included. Because just getting something for free, it's not from the good things. ולכן שונא מתנות, אהובו לפני השם. Hashem like people that don't like free things. And therefore, Avraham wanted to buy with money. Even though Bnei Chet want to give him a freebie, right, a matana, a present. This is what the Torah Kedosha coming to teach us, that no, you should not get it for free. And the root of Avraham Avinu, right, he fulfilled the entire Torah. And it's coming to teach us in this parasha that doing the good in the eyes of Hashem, it's including in all and specifically in the midot that bring us to cleaving to Hashem. וגם זה מגדר המידות הישרות, it's also included in all the straight midot, to buy with full money and hate gift, free things. And that's in בכלל, ועשית ישר וטוב בעיני השם, that's including all these midot that bringing us to cleaving to Hashem.